Thank you. Accountant General's Office, followed by the Office of the Controller.
Thank you, Chair. Good morning, PS and the team. My name is Ms. Malisa, representing the Office of the Accountant General. Thank you.
Thank you, Chair. Good morning, the Controlling Officer and your team. My name is Jenny Mukua, Director Audit Operations from Controller of Internal Audit, sitting in for Controller. I'll ask my colleague to introduce herself.
Thank you, Chair. Good morning, Honorable Ministers. Honorables. And morning, PS and your team. My name is Amasozi Longwe from Office of the Controller of Internal Audit.
Thank you. Parliamentary clerks, we can proceed.
Thank you, Chair. Good morning. My name is Leon Hangala from the Office of the Clerk. Thank you.
Good morning. My name is Priska Mshimalungu from the Office of the Clerk. Thank you.
Thank you, media. If there's no media, PS, I'm Warren Simo Mbazi, Member of Parliament from Banamkuba constituency of the Copper Belt, and I'm the chairperson of this committee. PS, I'll quickly allow you to proceed and introduce your team. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Chair. And thank you so much, the committee. My name is Noriana Muneku, Permanent Secretary in charge of administration. And with me I have all my colleagues. Chair, if you can allow me that they introduce themselves. Thank you.
Good morning, Chair. Good morning, honorable members. Good morning, all present. My name is Joe Kamoko. I'm PS Educational Services.
Good morning, Chairperson. Good morning, honorable members. My name is Frederick Katulwende. I'm the Director of Finance for the Ministry of Education.
Good morning, Chairperson. Good morning, members. Benson Banda, Director, National Science Center.
Good morning, Chair. Good morning, honorable MPs. My name is George Chiwe, Director, Internal Audit.
Good morning, Chair. Good morning, honorable members. I'm Kaswande Muila, Director, Human Resource.
Good morning, Chair. Good morning, honorable members. My name is Malalu Mulundika, Director, School Health and Nutrition.
Are we done? You can proceed. Yeah, proceed. Thank you for the introductions, and PS and your entire team. Let me confer with immunity in accordance with Chapter of the laws of Zambia, which gives you immunity as you appear before this honorable committee. PS, you did make your submission yesterday, and emanating from your submission, I think first and foremost we've seen that you provided bulk of evidence to this committee, and I think for us, what amazes us is why this information is not provided to the Office of the Auditor General as they are carrying out their assignment, so that most of these issues which are brought before this committee can be extinguished at that level. PS, I want to implore you with your team to make sure that you take the audit process seriously. I think that's the issue we're having with most of the ministries, and if we look at your submission, some of these or most of these issues, if not a few of administrative issues which can be taken off the Auditor General's queries at the initial stage when you are doing your interaction with the Office of the Auditor General before.
Recording stopped.
Electric boards which are not working. I think that's not befitting this committee. We don't want to look at presenters who are still on the payroll. Someone who resigned is still on the payroll. Payment of allowances to people who are not entitled to maybe rural hardship allowance. I don't think we need to look at those issues, because these issues we looked at them when we were doing the payroll audit. You did appear with most of your team members. Some of them we can even notice them. You came with them. We labored and looked at all these payroll issues, and with some of these issues repeating in your ministry, the position of this committee now is that when you see some of these issues are in perpetuity, we ask you to come and appear with the ST, who's the chief controlling officer, so that we hear where we are failing and why we are not making progress, as it were. So these are some of the issues we are recommending. But we proceed with you and see some of these issues and the reduction. If the reduction, then we see progress, then it's not necessary for you to come and appear with the ST. So honorable colleagues, will proceed like I guided from page 1 to page 9. These are HR matters. So I want you honorable colleagues to just ask maybe 2-3 questions, then we make progress, because we are not going to be deliberating on blocking of employee salaries, unclaimed salaries, allowances paid to retirees in Mchinga province. There's PSCs, huge amounts, 133,000 kwacha, salaries paid to deserters, delay in conducting disciplinary cases concerning 20 employees, Luapula and Eastern, which is amounting to, I think these are salaries still going about 800,000 kwacha, removal of convicted officers from payroll. So honorable colleagues, I want questions on that. Without any order, you can ask, and then I'll allow at least us to look at maybe 2-3 questions, then we can make progress. Then I'll guide the following questions. We can proceed, honorable colleagues. Honorable Lumai, you can proceed.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. With your guidance, PS running Ministry of General Education then, Higher Education then, under one woman, you are doing your best. Mr. Chairman, I want the PS to help the committee understand from page 1 to 2, we have the 336 which was not spent, and the ministry saying this was for the procurement of boats, sanitary towels, and construction of ECE hubs. So I want the PS to help this committee understand, knowing the importance of sanitary towels, as to whether this procurement was towards the end of the year or what caused this procurement to be delayed. Secondly, Mr. Chairman, I want the PS to help this committee in relationship to blocking of employees' salaries, Muchinga Central unclaimed salaries. Why was this not picked by your internal audit for it to be picked by auditors? Because like the chairman has said, we had a very fruitful sitting with UPS and your team to look at these payroll issues. So where do we have a problem so that come next year, you should not be found with this audit on top of what you are doing for this republic in your ministry? I submit, Mr. Chairman.
Thank you, Honorable Mwila, then Honorable Daka, then Honorable Amnima.
Thank you very much, Chair. Chair, you rightly put it that a number of these payroll-related issues we dealt with even last year. Like we said, even with the others, only names are changing, but it's the same shortcomings. In the controlling officer's remarks, what I've noticed different from last year's responses, I've seen a repeated statement relating to the disciplinary action taken. The provincial education officer has been charged for the delayed whatever action, but the issue is charging the provincial education officers. I want to find out, controlling officer, how effective is the charge that is being put on the erring officers, because this seems to be the only difference that is coming this year from last year. But how effective is this charge? Do you hope that it is going to change things on the ground? Probably it may just be a letter on the file and life goes on. But how effective is this charge? I submit, Chair.
Honorable Daka.
Thank you, Madam Chairperson. Controlling officer will take you to allowances that were paid to retirees in Muchinga province amounting to 133,326. Controlling officer, does your internal audit department really exist? Because what the committee expected, that such type of queries shouldn't have been coming to this committee. They keep on repeating, and it seems there's nothing that actually, as the ministry, there's nothing the ministry is doing to arrest some of these obvious queries that keep on reoccurring. So as a committee, we are just like Honorable Mai normally puts it, we are at sea now. It seems whatever we are doing, we are not taking it serious, and it's just like business as usual. Do you have an effective internal audit department in your ministry for such things to keep on reoccurring? I submit, Madam Chairperson.
Thank you very much, Chair. PS, like Honorable Mwila said, there is some corrective action in your submission of charging these officers, but primarily my concern is the HR function. As you may be aware, we had an HR audit as a country, and all these issues were flagged out. What challenges are your HR officers and the people in the province having in doing these reconciliations in time? Now, my question primarily is that, for example, on page 3, the last sentence, it says, it was however observed that the salaries are not being claimed despite the ministry performing monthly payroll reconciliation. How possible is it that there are payroll reconciliations and we are still having these audit queries?
Thank you, Honorable. Controlling officer can respond to the 4 questions.
So much, Chairperson. I think first and foremost, I'll speak to generally, because it has started with the chair, where he is looking at a repetition of items coming. I think first and foremost, for them to be kept, the big issue that I've seen is that now, in terms of the way management issues are being dealt with in the provinces, at the head office there isn't so much of an issue. But in the provinces, there are issues which perhaps the POs will speak to themselves, because even me, I'm failing to understand where the issues are. Yes, they are repetitions. When it comes to issues of number one, sanitary towers, which there was a delay. On that one, I think, Chair, we have done drastic improvements over this. At the time the auditors came, yes, there was an issue that sanitary towers were not delivered, but it was a process that was ongoing, stemming from the procurement process, which perhaps the procurement head can speak into, so that it's understood. But as I speak right now, I think all these delays are no longer there, because deliveries have been done and the evidence has been given. Maybe the issue will be how come they are coming, because that's the issue you keep on asking us. Why now, when yet at the time the auditors came, it was not there? Issues of delivery and procurement, I think it's a process. And at the time the auditors came, that process had not concluded. And for as long as we haven't concluded the process, of course auditors will pick it, and what else can we say? We understand that that's their duty, they have to pick it. But we did explain, of course, that it's a process. But finally now, all those have been delivered. When it comes to even issues of sanitary towers, whether it means the issues of boats and all that, we've actually concluded all those matters. And the procurement head can also testify to that. When it comes to blocking of salaries, Muchinga, why not internal auditors? Where are you? I think the internal auditor will speak for himself. However, to just show that I'm alive to what is happening in my ministry, the internal auditor actually does that so many times, to a point where when the external auditors come, they sometimes pick it from what the internal auditors have done. But I can assure you that they've been on the ground, but maybe he can also explain where he's thinking the issues are and the problems that he's facing. I don't know whether I can continue, then they come in, or I... Okay, fine, thank you. On the issue of disciplinary cases, PO, how effective are the disciplinary? I follow